What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikoshi, and today we're going to be playing Are You Smarter Than a Shirted Survivor? My editor Minaj is going to be putting up 2 perks from DBD, and I will have to choose the perk that has the higher pick rate, as will you. And I don't like that intro at all. Hi. Have Minaj pretend to be you? Oh my God, please do. Minaj, do my intro.
Welcome back, taters and tots. My name is Mikoshi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be playing Are You Smarter Than a Shirted Survivor? Today we're going to be playing a game higher or lower with killer perks and survivor perks.
Minaj is going to present 2 perks, either survivor or killer, and then we will choose which one has the higher pick rate. Somewhere in there, an intro will get clipped together. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, your first set of survivor perks: resilience or deja vu.
Okay, resilience. You are motivated in dire situations. Grants 9% additional speed when repairing, sabotaging, healing, unhooking, vaulting, cleansing, or blessing a totem, opening exit gates, and unlocking while injured. Deja vu. The auras of 3 gens, which are in close proximity to one another, are revealed to you. Grants a 6% repair speed bonus on the revealed generators. As you can see, both of these perks are in my everyday build. With resilience, you definitely have to be injured, whereas with deja vu, it really helps to break up a 3 gen, and it still gives you the bonus on those 3 generators, even if you are not injured, right? Between resilience and deja vu, the perk that I think that has the higher pick rate, final answer is deja vu.
Your final answer is deja vu. You are incorrect.
Ah!
Deja vu has a 14% pick rate. Resilience has a 20% pick rate.
I am shocked.
Higher or lower, number 2, deliverance or quick and quiet.
All right, so deliverance. After performing a safe hook rescue on another survivor, deliverance activates. You now have a 100% chance of unhooking yourself during the escape attempt. A successful deliverance from the hook triggers the broken status effect for 60 seconds. Quick and quiet. You do not make as much noise as others when quickly vaulting over obstacles or hiding in lockers. The vault and hide action, noise detection, and audio range is reduced by 100%. This effect can only be triggered every 20 seconds. Okay, so let's talk about this. Deliverance is gonna let you unhook yourself, but it's contingent on you getting an unhook safely. Deli is a perk that has a lot of value. But quick and quiet, interesting. I didn't realize quick and quiet does not cause exhaustion. But basically you can vault quietly or you can jump into a locker quietly. And I think that quick and quiet would be really good to use like in chase. You know, you hit a corner and you can get in a locker. I think it needs some other perks to synergize a lot better. I don't think that standalone it's gonna do its best. Okay, so between deliverance and quick and quiet, I think the perk that has the highest pick rate is deliverance. Final answer.
You are incorrect.
Oh my God!
Deliverance with a 3% pick rate and quick and quiet with a 5% pick rate. Higher or lower, question number 3. Medal of Man or buckle up?
All right, well, let's take a look at these perks. So Medal of Man, this is an Ashley Williams perk. Evil has a way of always finding you. After you earn 3 protection hit scoring events, Medal of Man activates. Once activated, the next occasion that would put you into the dying state from the injured state is ignored. The next time you heal back to full health, your aura will be revealed to the killer when you are further than 16 meters from the killer. Medal of Man will deactivate the next time you're put into the dying state. It also increases your chance to be the killer's obsession. Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a hard perk to get value out of. Okay, and then Buckle Up is also an Ashley Williams perk. Unlocking potential in one's aura reading ability. When healing a survivor in the dying state, you both can see the killer's aura. Completing healing a survivor from the dying state to injured, the healed survivor can break into a sprint at 150% of their normal running movement speed for 5 seconds and leave no scratch marks during this time. This perk does not cause exhaustion. So with Buckle Up, we know about the For the People Buckle Up combo that got nerfed a couple months ago. So I wonder if that impacts like Buckle Up's pick rate because it did get nerfed. I know that everyone is running it with For the People. Given that, for the perk that has the highest pick rate between Medal of Man and Buckle Up, I have to choose Buckle Up. Final answer.
You are incorrect.
You guys have a good stream. W video. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a good day. Okay, bye. All right, what's question number 4?
Higher or lower? Question number 4. Do you like to be broken, May?
No, I do not.
Well, the 2 perks we are comparing is Invocation Weaving Spiders or No Mither Mither.
All right, no mither from David King. You are affected by the broken status effect for the duration of the trial. You don't leave pools of blood. Grunts of pain are reduced by 75%. Your recovery speed is increased by 25%, and you can completely recover from the dying state, meaning that once you are lying on the ground, you can still pick yourself back up. Invocation Weaving Spiders. When in the basement near the circle, press the ability button 1 to begin the invocation. Invocating takes 60 seconds. Other survivors will see your aura during this and can join an ongoing interaction, increasing speed by 50% each. If they have an invocation perk equipped, they increase it by 100% instead. Once invocation is complete, you become injured and gain the broken status effect for the rest of the trial. Reduce the maximum required generator charges of all remaining generators by 10. It's like putting a BNP on every remaining generator. And it stays that way, right? Everybody knows that nobody runs no mither anymore. As soon as you log into a game and that game, the killer sees that somebody is broken, they know it's a no mither gamer, and that no mither gamer is getting tunneled out. It happens all the time. The invocation. So invocation's not my favorite perk in the world, okay? It's not my favorite perk because, like, who wants to see their little survivor friend in the basement invocating? Only for them to be broken the rest of the game, which means they didn't get tunneled out, right? So I feel like everyone, it's not my favorite perk. It's not my favorite perk to see on my friends when I'm playing Survivor. Given the novelty that is Sable in and of herself, and the fact that I think that no mither gameplay is a meta that just doesn't really show up anymore. I think there's other perks that have taken the place of no mither. I'm locking in Invocation Weaving Spiders with the highest pick rate. Final answer.
You are correct.
Oh,
Congratulations.
God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I finally got one.
Weaving Spiders has a 0.72% pick rate. No Mither with a 0.47% pick rate. Higher or lower? Question number 5. Slippery meat or deception?
Oh, this one's gonna be hard. Slippery meat. This is a general perk. You've developed an efficient way to get off hooks. Grants up to 3 extra escape attempts on the hook. Hook escape attempts have a 4% increased chance to succeed. Deception is an elity perk. Interacting with a locker while sprinting will trigger a loud noise notification at your location and cause you to leave no scratch marks for 3 seconds. You no longer enter lockers while sprinting and while this perk is active. Okay, so with deception, the idea being that, like, while in chase, you can fake a locker, right? You can fake a locker and use that to get away, right? Because then you have no scratch marks. Slippery meat, you try to take yourself off the hook. Oh goodness. Oh, this one's hard. I think deception is a really good perk. I think that it's a good perk, but maybe it's hard to get value from. I've definitely run up against like deception gamers, and like you see it happen as killer and you're kind of just like, okay, cool, I didn't go for it. But like that's just because it requires like the right amount of distance. Slippery meat is part of my meme build. When I feel like meming in Dead by Daylight, I will run slippery meat because it's funny because you add it with like Vigo's salty lips and just increase your luck, and like the opportunity for you to get off the hook is very decent. But when I watch people play, I feel like when I watch other streamers, I definitely see deception a lot more frequently. I don't know if it's just the people that I watch, and that one might throw me, but I'm gonna go with deception. Has a higher pick rate. Final answer.
You are incorrect.
Yeah.
Slippery meat has a 0.95% pick rate, while deception has 0.84% pick rate.
Let's move on to killer, and maybe we'll have a bit more luck. Maybe I am in my killer era.
Question number 1 in the killer perks category of higher or lower, we have nowhere to hide and no one escapes death.
Let me just tab over to this build. This build that contains nowhere to hide. It's a night perk. Whenever you damage a generator, reveal the aura of all survivors standing within 24 meters of your position for 5 seconds. This is a great perk. I'm gonna tab over here. Let's look at this one. No one escapes death. Hex, no one escapes death. Once the exit gates are powered, if there is a dull totem remaining on the map, this hex is applied to it. While this hex is active, survivors suffer from the exposed status effect. Your movement speed is increased by 4%. Once the hex's effects are revealed to the survivors, its hex totem's aura is shown to the survivors at a range of 4 meters. This range increases steadily over the next 30 seconds to 24 meters. So with NOED, once all 5 gens have been powered, as long as there's still a dull totem on the map, it will activate and you can one-shot survivors. You take them from healthy to dying in a single hit. Nowhere to hide. Every time you kick a generator, you will see the aura of survivors around you. Now, I had like an initial like gut reaction for one that I was gonna choose, right? But as you read them and like as I think about myself, both as a killer and as a survivor, as you can see, both of these perks exist, excuse me, on 2 different builds that I regularly run. I'm gonna say, oh, this is hard. I'm gonna go with NOED. NOED has a higher pick rate. Final answer. Oh God.
You are incorrect.
Oh my God.
Question number 2, for the higher or lower killer perk pick rate, Franklin's Demise or Weave Attunement?
Oh, Weave of Attunement is a Vecna perk, the Lich. When an item becomes depleted for the first time, it's dropped. You see the auras of all items. Survivors within 12 meters of dropped items have their auras revealed to you. When a survivor picks up a survivor item, they suffer the oblivious effect for 20 seconds. So basically you can't hear them. You don't know the terror radius at all. So killers sneak up on you. So Franklin's Divine is a cannibal perk. Your basic attack, when you M1, makes survivors drop their item on impact. While on the ground, it takes up to 90 seconds for the items to lose all of its charges if it's not picked up. Reveal items on the ground within 32 meters of with a white aura, and the aura will slowly fade to red until the item is empty of charges. Franklin's Demise. It is it's a known beloved perk of DBD. Good old Frankies. Everybody uses these perks in tandem. The Franklin's Weave Attunement current combo is so frustrating. I've actually remedied going against this combo by not bringing items. I've just stopped bringing items and I've become an item hoarder, in fact. You can catch me on a chest in basically any survivor game because I'm gonna try to leave with something. Here's my logic that seems to be bad, but we'll see. I think that people run Franklin's Weave Attunement together, which would give them the same pick rate, right? I think it's more likely that a killer would run Franklin's by itself over Weave Attunement by itself. I'm saying that Franklin's has a higher pick rate. Final answer.
You are correct.
Have to be. The logic has to logic there. There's no way the logic can't logic.
Question number 3. Our first perk is Devour Hope, and our second perk is Hex Ruin.
Cue the little devil horns on my forehead, okay? I love Devour Hope. I don't care. You can judge me all you want. I love Devour Hope. I don't have to go far to find Devour Hope. It's in my base build. So when a survivor is rescued from a hook at least 24 meters away, Devour Hope receives a token. For 2 tokens, you get 5% haste for 10 seconds after hooking a survivor for a duration of 10 seconds. At 3 tokens, the survivors suffer from the exposed status effect, which means they are one shot. And at 5 tokens, grants you the ability to kill survivors by your own hand, i.e. you can Mori them. And then Ruin. This is a Hagatha perk. Do you like her hat? Isn't she pretty? So this is a hex that affects all survivors' generator repair progress. All generators are affected by Hex Ruin. While a generator is not being repaired by a survivor, it will immediately and automatically regress repair progress at 100% of the normal regression speed. The hex effect persists as long as the related hex totem is standing. So with these 2 perks, I love them. I go against them a lot. I use them a lot. Devour Hope is obviously in my base kit build. And yes, I know it's nasty. Devour Hope is another high risk, high reward kind of hex So with any hex, it can be cleansed and removed. With Devour Hope specifically, though, survivors are not notified that Devour Hope is in play until Devour Hope has 3 stacks. Hex Ruin, again, it is also a hex. Ruin is active immediately within the game, and a survivor is notified that Ruin is active the very second that they get off of a gen. So if they have begun progressing a gen, they touch a gen, and they get off of it, then they will be notified that the Hex Ruin is active. I love both of these. These are both fantastic time-wasting perks. Probably have fairly good pick rates, I would think. As a survivor, I feel like I don't see a ton of Devour Hope, which is interesting because Devour Hope is in my build. It is in the build. If you told me to play a killer and just put any old build on them, and like even a killer that I don't know, but I could put a build on, I'd probably put in my build because I think it works on a lot of players, a lot of different killers. It just very specifically works fantastically on my gameplay of Hag. As a survivor, I feel like I've run into Ruin a lot more times than I've ever run into Devour Hope. I am going to say Ruin has a higher pick rate. Final answer.
I am going to give you a round of applause. You are correct.
Oh, thank you.
And that was such a hard one.
Yes.
Devour Hope has a 4.15% pick rate.
That makes sense.
Hex Ruin has a 6.74% pick rate.
That's honestly about the spread that I would expect it to have as well.
Question number 4. We've got Brutal Strength or Hex Undying.
Interesting. Okay, so Brutal Strength is a trapper perk. Your great strength allows you to shred through your prey's defenses, destroy drop pallets, breakable walls, and generators 20% faster. So you just kick gens and you break down doors and the pallets much faster. So survivors have less time to use a drop pallet to make distance. So this helps close out that distance. Undying is another hex. This is a blight hex. So while Hex Undying is active, survivors within 4 meters of any dull totem will have their aura revealed. When another hex totem is cleansed, that totem's hex transfers to the hex Undying totem, deactivating hex Undying. Any tokens a transferred hex had are transferred as well. So as a survivor, I definitely see like Undying pop up. I've seen it a little bit more recently. It feels like I run into Undying more frequently than Brutal Strength, but I think that it's just in the way that it notifies that makes me feel that way. I think that for any killer, and I think that it's applicable to any killer, it's probably beneficial in almost any build. And so for that reason, I choose Brutal Strength. Has a higher pick rate. Final answer, Brutal Strength.
You are correct. Brutal Strength.
I might be a killer main, you guys.
Brutal Strength has an 8% pick rate, while Hex Undying has a 3.18% pick rate.
Interesting. That's a gap.
Question 5. You got Hex Pentimento or No Way Out.
Well, I'm going to start with No Way Out because it's already on my build. So after hooking a survivor for the first time, No Way Out gains a token. Once the exit gates have been powered, No Way Out activates. When a survivor interacts with an exit gate switch, you receive a loud noise notification. The entity then blocks both exit gate switches for 12 seconds, plus an additional 12 seconds for each token in your possession. This means that for 4 survivors at 12 seconds apiece, plus an additional base 12, if you hook every survivor in the game, you can block the gates off for 60 seconds. Pentimento. So you see the aura of destroyed totems. You can perform a ritual on a destroyed totem to rekindle it as a hex totem for Hex Pentimento. For each hex totem active at the same time, Hex Pentimento gains an additional effect. So for 1 hex totem, you decrease the survivor's repair speed by 30%. For 2 of them, you decrease the survivor's healing speed by 30%. 3 decreases the survivor's recovery speed from being downed by 30%. 4 decreases survivor's exit gate opening speed by 30%. And if you get all 5 of them lit, then all of them are blocked off, and all of these effects are in effect for the remainder of the game, and there's nothing the survivors can do about it. This is a really interesting one to look at. Pentimento is a very strong perk. The problem with Penti, though, is that once survivors know you have Pentimento, they're generally at least one person's priority should be finding that first Penti totem and getting rid of it to stop you from getting all 5 of them. No Way Out is a great perk, right? Additional 60 seconds that in-game survivors cannot leave. For me, I put No Way Out on my hag because I plan for a little bit of in-game play. It is a good perk. It works on many, many people. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've run into both of these a lot. Honestly, my answer might be skewed by my MMR. I'm going with Penti as the highest pick rate. Pentimento, final answer.
You are incorrect.
Oh no. So that has been Are You Smarter Than a Shirted Survivor? For survivor perks, I got a 3. For killers, I got 5 of the 7. How did you do, and did you beat me? Let me know down in the comments below what your scores were. Are there any that you were surprised by? Are there any that you absolutely disagree and you think Minaj got it completely wrong? Deception and slippery meat, hello. I'm just saying. But let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, please don't forget to hit the bell for all notifications. If you want to catch any of this live, or if you want to play any of these games live, I do live stream over on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And you can come play the games over with me live on my Twitch channel. Other than that, I will see you next time. Okay, bye.